Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I have a throwback knife. Some of you guys might remember this if you've been in the knife game for a while. But yeah, this is a fighting knife from, late 80s, early 90s. This is actually one that I found on eBay. I've been looking for a long time. There's a project that I'm working on, and I really wanted to have this knife for a visual aid for that project, which I'm very excited about. You'll see about, more in the future. I can't really divulge all that right now. It's kind of a little hush-hush, but it's pretty exciting, and that'll make more sense down the road a little bit. But essentially, I had this knife when I was a kid, and I thought it was really cool. It's kind of funny looking back now, what we used to like when we first got into knives and stuff, and how things have changed a little bit. It's still a cool looking knife. We know the quality is quite poor though. Especially as you get into some of the higher end stuff and kind of compare it to the cheap stuff again. But the novelty is always there, and it's a really cool throwback for me, and I'm sure some of you guys watching as well. So this is a lockback knife. All right, you can see on here, it does lock up fairly well. There's a little bit of up and down play. This is made in Pakistan, all right, which is clearly marked on the blade. All right, stainless steel, Pakistan. This knife is brand new out of the box, and you can see the grinds as that blade kind of glimmers all over the place. It's just all over the place. And upon further inspection, you can see scratches and scrapes and stuff. It looks like this knife might be, 5 or 6 years old, but no, this is the quality you get. Brand new out of the box. This knife is, it's not 5 or 6 years old. It's actually more like 25 or 30 years old. But it's still brand new. That's just the quality you got back then. This has a huge guard on here for fighting, of course. Obviously, if you get this knife, you're going to be a master fighter. So let's say someone else, you're in a big knife fight, and their blade comes in, and you hit your blade, and it comes down. You need that huge guard to protect your hand. So this knife is essentially metal. I don't know exactly what kind of metal. I don't even have a great guess on there. But then it has these kind of plastic, inserts that go over the handle. This is supposed to be the camouflage hunting knife, as you can see from the box, which we'll look at in a second here. And yeah, like I said, 10-year-old me, 12-year-old me thought this was really, really cool. And it's funny to get one back in my hand now. In a grip like this, it's actually really comfortable. All right, there's a very small finger choil because of the large guard and because there's such a large sub-hilt on this folding knife. It does create almost a circle. All right, so obviously your finger has to be a certain size for that to be comfortable. If you have big old fat fingers, like if I try to do like a really choked up grip, it's a little tight in there, a little tight. My 10-year-old hands or 12-year-old hands, not so big of a deal, but as an adult, it could be a little bit small for some people. But it is a full finger choil knife, so we have 4 finger choils on here. And it actually is really comfortable, like I said, in this position like this. All right, we have a flattened pommel for striking, or beating people down, once you disarm them of their knife in your 80s knife fight. You might want to hit them in the skull with that or something. But anyway, the practical usage of this knife, it'll cut stuff. It came sharp, if you can call it that. It'll cut things though. It'll cut open some boxes and stuff, some cordage. But obviously it's not going to hold a great edge. The steel is a mystery. The fit and finish on this is always questionable. The materials are questionable. No one really knows what this thing's made of, but it looks really cool if you're really young. And you know what? Maybe even if you're older, it still looks cool. I'm in my 30s now, and I still think it's cool. I just know a little better as far as the quality. Now, this is neat that it came with the original box as well. You see camouflage hunting knife. I don't know why that's hyphenated. Obviously, they missed some colors here. The camouflage doesn't really match what's on the knife. Size 5 and 1/4 inches. Says with comfort finger grips, or fingers grip. Okay. Stainless steel blade. I had a second guess that because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not reading that right. Item number, and that's pretty much it. And the inside has a wax paper. All right, so this was covered in wax paper. So yeah, this was something that I've been watching eBay for a little over a month. This is literally the exact same knife I had when I was like, 10 or 11 years old. Between like 10 and 12, let's say. Of course, that was a while ago, so it's a little bit fuzzy, but I was definitely a preteen child when I got this and loved it. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of for a future project. I don't really want to, mention too much about it, but I do want to have this for a visual aid. Plus, it's just really cool to have the old knife back. It's kind of a, gimmicky, fun little thing. And like I said, some people out there know exactly what this knife is like. This was immensely popular. This is actually fashioned after a different knife that's a better quality, but again, we'll talk about that more down the road. Right now, I just kind of wanted to share it because it just, finally arrived. It was very cool doing the little, hunt for this knife and watching eBay. And when it finally popped up, it was really exciting. I got this for like 20 bucks with shipping because no one cares. No one wants this. Even the person selling it was probably shocked that they got their $20 that they wanted. But yeah, I was looking for this exact same knife and I finally found it. So down in the comment section, I want you to let me know if you have owned this knife, and if you have, do you still have it? You might have to go digging around in attics and basements and toolboxes in your garage. But I know there's some people watching the video who has had this exact same knife. It was extremely popular back in the day. Pretty much every flea market that sold knives, every gas station that sold knives back in the day. I mean, it was everywhere, this thing. And like I said, this was a Pakistani-made copy of a little bit more of an expensive knife, a little bit better quality, which I never actually got. But again, we'll go over those details in a future video. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. If you've never had this knife, you're missing out. It's an experience for sure. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.